station in town and all around. If you move your fingers off that dial, we will cut your fingers off.
Brand new blues. It's so shiny.
Blues America will be right back.
Blues America is supported by the Rhythm Room. The world famous and historical Rhythm Room Concert Club is Arizona's premier blues hotspot, hosting nightly live music. Located at 1019 East Indian School Road in Phoenix and online at www.rhythmroom.com.
Hi, this is Kelsey Grammer. When military service members head into battle, none are expected to face the enemy alone, but many return home and become isolated as they struggle with the visible and invisible wounds of war. It can be difficult knowing how to overcome that challenge and rekindle bonds similar to those formed in the military. Wounded Warrior Project supports these injured veterans through their recoveries by connecting them with fellow warriors and their communities. No one should fight this battle alone. Join us at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Blues America is supported by Record High Vinyl Store in Phoenix, the place for serious music fans and vinyl collectors to find large quantities of first pressings, limited editions, box sets, audiophile, and vintage catalog, including blues, soul, jazz. They buy, sell, and trade, and offer vinyl cleaning and flattening service. Visit the store, located at 4242 East University Drive in Phoenix, or for more online at recordhighinphoenix.com. Like them on Facebook. Record High in Phoenix. Experience one of the last great record stores.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council.
Damn right we got the blues. Blues America. Right now.
pour some beer, grab a seat, and kick your feet up. It's Blues America. Blues at the break.
Put in a sack. I carried it to the mill, I had to bring it right back. What's the matter at the mill? What's the matter with the mill? I can't get no grinding, tell me what's the matter at the mill. Now some people said a preacher don't steal, but I got one down in my cornfield. What's the matter at the mill? What's wrong with the mill, people? I can't get no grinding, tell me what's the matter at the mill. And one had a peck, the other one had the cornfield around his neck. What's the matter at the mill? What's the matter with the mill? I can't get no grinding, tell me what's the matter at the mill. Grind, man, grind. Know how I feel. I caught up a weaver down in my cornfield. What's the matter at the mill? What's wrong with the mill, people? I can't get no whining. Tell me what's the matter at the mill? Time broke down. Time broke down. The time broke down. The time broke down.
Promotional consideration for Blues America is provided by the Southwest Musical Arts Foundation, this station, and the listeners of public radio.
This is Paul Osher, ladies and gentlemen, and you are listening to Blues. No, that's Chuck's. This is Paul Osher, ladies and gentlemen, and you're listening to Blues America.
Headed down to the Chicken Shack. It's Blues America time.
What's been going on with me? I'm gonna tell you all what's been going on with me.
Hiya. If you just turned this thing on, let me tell you what you're doing. You're listening to Blues America with today's special guest, the great Johnny Tucker. Now, his new album is called 7 Day Blues. We've been listening to it and talking about it during our blues conversation. So if you miss any part of the show or our live broadcast on your community station, Hit rewind on the streaming podcast available now at bluesamerica.com. All right, Johnny, we're back, and we're talking about your roots, and of course, we know you've been doing this for a long time. Back in the day, how did you guys cut records?
We had 78s. My ex brother-in-law, he used to go down. He had a pool hall, so all the records that came in, it goes to his pool hall, and he be putting the records in the slot, so it could be played, so we could hear them. And then when he let us hear all the new records that he got. He just let us hear, and we could be down there all day because we was trying to learn how to play them. So we stayed down there all day, just me and his boy. We was on that record, until we learned it. And every time that he get new records in, he'd come and get us. He said, Johnny, we got some new records in. You guys need to hear these. So we go down there and he'll turn his jukebox on, and we'll listen to all of his new records that he just got come in. And then we'll learn them. It didn't really take us more than about 5 or 10 minutes to learn them. So we wasn't down there all day just taking up all his time, because we learned it very quick. Then we have it down on old tape. We had old tape recorder, that old 8-track tape recorder, and we used to tape that stuff all the time until we got to the place.
And I take it your brothers are still alive.
Yeah, my brother was over here last night. He told me to tell you. He said, he said, bro, when you do your interview again, just tell him I said, hey. No, he got you, baby. He got you. When you meet Big, you gonna see it. You gonna have so much fun with Big Mike, because he's just like the baby, but he ain't no baby. He a bigger. And he's a semi-preacher out at the church.
That's nice. We mentioned your association with the great late Phillip Walker. You were a drummer with him, and he put you out on the road.
Yeah.
What do you remember about Phillip?
Well, that Phillip he's one of a kind. He's the best dude in the world, man. I mean, he took care of us. We was babies when we left going on the road with Phillip, and he was he was a true leader. He was really a true leader. He took care of us, but he didn't have none but babies out there, because that's all we were. We were just not getting out, trying to get out on the road, and he took care of us, man. I'm telling you. I mean, he kept his band for a long time. We stayed with him for years. He wasn't the kind of cat that have a new band every time you see him. He wasn't that kind of cat. If he had you there last year, you're going to be practically there this year if you want to, because he keeps the band all the time. He wasn't one of them cats that have a new band today, have a new band next week, you see a new band. He generally keep the same band all the time, over and over. And that's one thing that we liked about him. He told me, and that was the best advice I ever got in my life. He said, Johnny, he said, when you start something, he said, don't you stop until you finish. I don't care how hard you think it is. It might be hard for you this time. He said, but don't you stop until you learn what you learn. And that stayed with me all my life, because you could get lazy in the mind and tell yourself, oh, man, it's too hard, man. I'm tired of this. I'm going through the same old thing over and over. I can't get it right. This is just way too hard, man. I'm going to take a break from this here one. If you tell yourself that, man, that's the biggest mistake in the world you could ever make, because you quit. And my mama used to tell me, she said, honey, you do not quit. you have to finish. I don't care what you're doing, you gotta